But to make our presentation interesting today, we're going to do a series of poll questions from time to time. And so we have our first factual scenario, which will lead to a poll question. And our factual scenario is Jack and Jill attend an ugly Christmas sweater party. So very timely for the current season. Here's our factual scenario. The holidays are here, and Jill has been invited to an ugly Christmas sweater party at a friend's house. A guy named Jack starts chatting it up with Jill. He asks Jill what she does for a living. Jill responds that she's a first-year lawyer. That's when Jack's eyes light up. He tells her, I've got a great case for you. It involves my brother and a chiropractor. Well, Jack begins to rattle off an outlandish tale about his brother being injured by a chiropractor. And before long, Jill begins to suspect that Jack may have had too many cups of the spiked eggnog. Eventually, Jack asks Jill, does my brother have a case? Now, Jill tells Jack that she doesn't believe her brother stands any chance of recovery, and she walks away. And by the way, walks away pretty quickly. So here is our question for the audience. Has an attorney-client relationship been formed between Jack and Jill under this circumstance? Has an attorney-client relationship been formed between Jack and Jill? So let's see what the numbers are. And I'm seeing, well, you know what? Let's see here. We are, I've got 50% of, okay, here we go. Here comes the votes. Has an attorney-client relationship been formed between Jack and Jill? All right, it's evenly split, 50%, 50%. Let's let a few more of the audience members chime in. All right, Ken. Our audience is evenly split on this issue. Why don't you talk to us about this? Actually, I'm seeing a more yeses vote come in now. So I've got it actually at 60% yes, 40% no. All right, Ken, what can you tell us?
Well, the closeness of the vote, I think, illustrates the difficulty in this area because the question turns on the facts. There are very few, if any, certainties in terms of identification of factors. As a general rule, no formalities are necessary to establish a client-lawyer relationship. For example, having a written retention agreement, having fees paid, providing for absolute confidentiality. So you may ask yourself, what do the courts do? How do they determine whether or not an attorney-client relationship was formed? The clients look to see if, from the client's point of view, a client-lawyer relationship was formed. That's a critical element. If that were missing, we would not have an attorney-client relationship. Then they look to see whether the lawyer responded or failed to respond in a way that would create a reasonable belief by the client that the relationship has been created. Finally, in a number of cases, the courts require the lawyer to disabuse the party that an attorney-client relationship had been formed if it's possible that the client might have formed that reasonable belief.